Hey Veteran, how's it going? Cool, cool. I almost forgot about the I almost forgot about the stream. I was doing something else and then I was like, oh shoot. Oh, and I remembered which of my preps failed. Ooh, veggie burgers can be a bit hit and miss, like, shoot. Hey Daria. Yeah, I remembered what prep failed. Um, like the farb gel. Well, I had a different one which had a built-in high-pitched whistle, which it would do it because the gas coming out would make it whistle. So, but the stuff that came out was like foul smelling, and I noticed in one of my boxes where I was keeping it, it hadn't been stood upright, and it was just leaking, and my box was stinking. Hey Carl. Yeah, so that's the prep that failed. It was basically just a pressurized container, which, pressurized containers can just leak, and yeah, that's what happened with this one. Yeah, I think I'm starting to think now that anything pressurized might be a bad idea in a prep. Although I do have small gas butane propane canisters just for like again what you call it, the little heater that I've got for boiling water. Hey Finn. I do have butane, propane, things like these. But not very many. I don't have a portable stove. I would like a portable stove thing. That'd be cool. That was that's a prep that I do need. I'm not sure. I think there is some places that will refill pressurized gas cylinders. Pretty sure there is. I'm not so sure about the small ones though. Yeah. Oh shoot, derail. I do have solar powered radio, but it's got a hand crank. So you can hand crank to power something. Does yours have a hand crank? The schedule? Oh, there is no schedule. Just the schedule's the chat. Whatever we're talking about in chat, that's what we're going to talk about. Because I've got a hand crank radio. I'm thinking maybe I better test mine actually. The only problem I've got though is the old Nokia phone that I've got. I don't have a connector which can charge the phone because the thing's just too small. I think it's I've got to buy like an adapter set and hope that it's got one for this particular Nokia. Yeah. Yeah, I better test it actually. Hey Wish. Yeah, I better test it. It's the only one I've got. I just basically got it so that I had a portable radio. It just happened to have solar panel and hand crank built in and a torch. So I thought it was a good deal. It probably varies from brand to brand though, which type. Like some of these look proper freaking military or something. This one looks all metal. Yeah, I guess it can be hit and miss with any gear, really. Well, I'm in the city. I'm basically gonna bug in unless I absolutely have to bug out. That's the first time I've seen the Eaton Square. It looks like the cat's whiskers, like. Yeah, Finn, I'm just gonna bug in unless I have to bug out. Um Obviously you just gotta monitor things carefully and just decide when's the best time to do it. Well, yeah, but you can use those hazards. Yeah, yeah, there's lots of people, but you can use those hazards to your advantage because, like I say to people, um, like if things were to get so bad, it's a complete breakdown of everything. People aren't going to have safe food and water. So basically, my idea is that I bug in until everybody starts getting really sick, and then obviously I won't be getting sick because I've got safe water. Um, and then once I notice the activity in the streets going down, then I'll probably go out. Hey, Robert, how's it going? Yeah, plus we're bugging in already. In your daily life, you're sat at home and you're practically bugging in anyways. And what do if you hear a noise? Like, you're flicking the curtain back and you're seeing what the crack is. If you hear a noise, you automatically jump into some sort of routine. 24 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that? -3, -4, is that? Yes, so my idea is if things were to get so bad, I'm just going to wait until people get sick, run out of water or drink contaminated water. And then once things quieten down, then I would probably bug out. Yeah, 32 is freezing. So it must be like -4, -5 there. Is it? Degrees? Oh, -8. Shoot. Just keep moving. Put some more wood in your stove or whatever your heating system is. Ah, okay. Oh, the ozone generator. Um, yeah, I use it all the time. You can ozone a room, which basically gets rid of like, say like you moved into a home where somebody was a smoker. You could basically just ozone the rooms, and it gets rid of all the smoke, the smell. Uh, you can use it to sterilize equipment. So you put the equipment in like water, and then you put the ozonator and just ozone the water, and then it basically sterilizes things. They use them in hospitals. Well, I wouldn't be touching anybody, Daryl. I would just be basically traveling and geared up like with protective gear. Just until I left the city, then I would take it off. Yeah, but you can also I also use it, when I'm buying fruit and veg from like an outdoor store. I basically stick the fruit and the veg into a bowl and then fill them up with water, and then I stick the ozonator in, and it basically like cleans the fruit and the veg, and like also takes off any chemicals that might have been sprayed on the fruit, the water, and the veg. So it removes contaminants, because obviously like fruit and veg is sprayed with a lot of chemicals, so you can use the ozonator to remove them. Yeah, it's got tons of uses, like, and it's such low power. So it's a really helpful thing, like. But I also oxygenate my distilled water with it, so you can basically super oxygenate some water. So you can use it for like health things as well, like treating cancers. If you super oxygenate water, and then it basically kills bacteria and viruses. All right, Rabbit, we will. Take care, man. But you can get lots of different types. Like you can get industrial sized ones. Um, you can get more like ones suitable for the home. This one's pretty much. This is pretty much what I've got. It's just I think it's like 5 watts, something like that. It's very low volume, but if you leave it on for an hour in a room, um, it'll totally cleanse the air. But obviously, you can get like big industrial ones, which put out like thousands of. I forget what they measure it in. But if this one does like 300, this one probably does like 2,000, 3,000. Or at least you can get ones that do like thousands. Much higher output. Yeah, you could sterilize, like say you haven't got a flame, or it might not be safe to, well, I don't know. You could definitely sterilize equipment with it. Like if you didn't want to stick a knife under a flame to sterilize it, or if you wanted to sterilize like a lot of equipment at the same time, you could use it for that. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, here you go. They use it in hospitals to sterilize water. I know they use them in hospitals a lot because when you go into hospitals, you can sometimes smell it. Sterilize the governments, yeah. Well, of course, in high volumes, ozone at ground level is very harmful for your lungs. So you've got to be careful. At ground level, it can be quite a hazard. Obviously, like where ozone is in the atmosphere, it's out of range of people breathing it in. But at ground level, it can be it like irritates the lining of the lungs, and it's quite harmful. So even if you're sterilizing a room with like a very low output ozonator, you've still got to like close the door and leave at least 1 hour after you've ozonated before you go back in the room. And also, you better to ozonate it with like a window in the room open. So you've still got to be careful, even with the volumes that the little devices output. But yeah, it's a great gadget. I mean, I use it all the time for like my water, distilled water. And it's such low power. Um, I think when I build my solar setup, I think I'll be able to run it just off a really low output solar system. So it could be very useful for like sterilizing water. Yeah, but it's happened because yeah, it's all happening though because we're allowing it to happen, and because the wool's been pulled over the majority of people's eyes. So those of us who do try and resist, it doesn't make enough of a difference. We need a mass awakening for it to make a difference. But there's so many small things you can do which really help, like using more cash. I'm always telling people to use cash because that helps to slow down the cashless society BS that they're trying to bring in. Well, yeah, we could do it. I mean, if everybody got together and said no, there's nothing they could do about it. There'd be nothing they can do about it. Like I said, we just need a mass awakening and for everybody to do it at exactly the same time. And then they would realize that they're not going to get away with this crap that they're doing every day. But I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that's gonna happen. And like I said, it would take a mass awakening, people to put down their mobile phones and actually learn some history. Yeah, just like that. Or here in Great Britain, years ago, there was the poll tax riots, and that was basically everybody saying together, we're not going to put up with that. And it changed, the poll tax was scrapped. They didn't go far enough because we still got council tax, but they didn't do it in the right way, the poll tax riots, because they were rioting. But if they'd done it the non-compliant way and just not paid it, then that would have had the same effect. But yeah, the poll tax riots here in Britain, that's pretty much the last time I think I can remember the public changing something for the better. And we need more poll tax riots, or just people, like I said, like doing it the non-compliant way. Yeah, it's divide and conquer. They divide people, and then they put one group's opinion against another, and then everybody's too busy fighting each other that they're completely oblivious to who's behind it and what the reasons are behind it. They've been doing it for hundreds of years, so they're really, really good at it. That's why they're so good at it. They've been doing it for like 300 years now, so they're basically masters at it. Yeah, that's a great example. Yeah, yeah. The water rates, just don't pay it. I mean, if enough people don't pay, there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing they can do about it because everybody's spoken. You're spoken by non-complying that you don't want to have anything to do with it, and we need more of that to happen, like a lot more of it. All taxation's unlawful anyways, so yeah, we could end taxation overnight if everybody had the will to do it. Yeah, but can you really see people doing that? Because I can't. Yeah, exactly. You've got to use their system against them, because if you use their system against them, generally the public will win. Yeah, they're too dumbed down, and they've got no guts. They've got no they just don't have the cowards in a way, really. It's like social cowardice. Well, they're not our governments. That's one of the problems. They're not a government body of the people for the people. They're bought and paid for assets. Yeah, and that's the thing. Most people are just happy to. If you ask people like what they want in life, they'll generally give the same answers. They'll say, um, probably in this order as well, like education, job, family. And as long as they've got those, then they're pretty much content to just do like their part, what they think is their part in society. So paying taxes, getting a house from a bank, renting a house off a bank by paying a mortgage. They think that that's a good thing to aim for, but they never own the house. So, but people think that's a good thing to do. That's one of their goals in life, is to rent a house off a bank. Yeah, yeah, they are sick. Yeah, physically and mentally. I mean, if you look at um, if you look at like videos from 70s, 80s of like a scene looking down like a shopping street or something, and you see fit, active people walking down the road, probably not many actual conditions that they suffer from physically, but like if you look down the same street today, you just see, you can just tell by the looking at them that the the amount of people that aren't healthy is much higher these days, proportionately. And of course, it's going to work against them in any sort of emergency. Um, your fitness really is your number one prep, as best as you can. I mean, there might be some conditions from, your genes, or you might have suffered an injury from years ago that you just can't get over. But to the best of your ability, your physical fitness is still your number one prep. Yeah, that's true, Carl. Yeah. But it's only limited if they comply with the limitations. But yeah, most people are content inside their own little bubble. they're not comfortable going outside of it. Hey, Rollis. Yeah, Daryl. I mean, like I've said to people in many of my videos, you pretty much. That's one of the reasons why I decide to bug in rather than bug out, because most of your time is spent in your bug in locations. So the chances are, if something was to happen, you're gonna be in your bug in location anyways. So, or if you're not in your bug in location, then you're gonna be wherever you are. You're probably first gonna head back to it before you go on to your next location, bug out location. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people focus on this stuff. Yeah, and I'm guilty of that as well. My fitness is okay. My mental okay. Skills, yeah, I really need to work on that one. And I've got all the stuff that I need. So I've already got the stuff, but it's the first three that I need to work on personally. Yeah, brain and body will last. Hopefully. Yeah, yeah. The mindset really does help. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, but hopefully you'd find a nice group to work with and trust if you had to depend on each other. Bug out vehicle. Well, it's my mountain bike at the minute. My bug out bike, pedal bike. That's my bug out vehicle at the minute. But I was thinking possibly getting like a motor, like either a motorbike or, if possible, like a power assisted bike, maybe. Just to, like, it doesn't have to be the best. Like, just something to get us out the city, and then I could just abandon it somewhere. But yeah, I was thinking of maybe getting a motorbike, like just a low powered one, just enough to get us a few miles towards my first bug out location. Yeah. Well, I mean, my bike's my bug out vehicle, so you've just got to keep up the miles on that, and then when it actually comes to, or if it does, then you're good to go. I just load up my bug out bag and jump on my bike and I'm away. It's surprising how far you can get on a bike in a short amount of time. I mean, obviously, the ideal situation would be to bug out before stuff hits the fan. Like, to have the awareness to choose the moment to leave before things get like so bad. Electric bike, yeah. But the only thing is that some of them look totally badass, but they cost a fucking fortune. I think there was one on the website that you linked, Prepper Veteran, and it looked completely badass. This one looks quite badass. Ultra powerful off-road electric. Oh shit, did he? Nice. Yeah, they go quite quick, like those power assisted bikes. Damn, that's that's pretty far, like, holy. I mean, that's far enough to get you out of Dodge. in a fairly short amount of time, like for sure. Yeah, and with a spare battery, yeah, you can double it. Yeah, I think most of them have that option. Basically, when you're pedaling, you're charging the battery or going down a hill. And I guess you could carry like a fold up solar panel, and you could probably charge it quicker with a solar setup somehow, maybe. Oh yeah, those are the ones. I mean, it looks totally badass, like. I see more and more, these delivery people like Deliveroo and Uber Eats. They're seeing more and more of them with electric assisted bikes now. Yeah, yeah, they do. I would like to have a electric assisted bike. That would be a really nice option to have as a bug out vehicle. Just to obviously save your energy, you know. You want to get out to your bug out location with as much energy as you can, really. Like you don't want to expend all your energy getting to your bug out location because it might be compromised. Then you might have to go to an alternative one. Or there might be obstacles on the way. You might have to fight your way there, which will all take energy. Or take alternative routes. Yeah, I would as well. Like, I would fight if I had to, but it'd be best to avoid it. Can. There must be a bike that's power assisted that has an output on it. There must be. They must have thought of that, surely. Maybe not. I just did a quick Google search and nothing came up. Don't call me shit. Actually, you just reminded me. I haven't seen the original Police Squads for years. Oh, I tell you what else has failed in my preps veteran. I've got a Brunite TH10. The headlamp. And I tell you what fails, the the head strap stretches. Because basically I was just wearing it constantly for like months. Yeah, I was basically using it as a just using it basically. Like I had it on me constantly, and the head strap stretched, and it's basically useless now. Oh, I was talking to myself then. Well, not talking to myself, but I addressed you when I was talking about another piece of gear that failed. I think it can, yeah. I think it can. I don't know if you can actually get the strap, or I just replace it with another one. I'll have to look into it. And it's an awesome torch. I did a test with it because the moonlight mode is pretty much all you need. For going around in if the lights are off in your house. Yeah, it's hands free. So basically, I just had it on moonlight mode, and it lasted over 3 months with just on the moonlight mode. So 3 months of lighting is on one battery, one charge is really efficient. And obviously, moonlight mode, it'd be very difficult to spot from the outside if somebody was in a property. That's why I like all my torches basically have a moonlight mode to them, because you don't want to give the you don't want to basically shine a light out of a property. Just advertise that you're there. Black Diamond Storm. What's that? Is that a torch? Oh yeah, it's a headlamp. To be honest, I love my TH10. It's built like a tank. And it lasts 3 months on moonlight mode. E-Tech. Let's have a look at that. Yeah. I like the three-way head strap rather than just going around your head, because having the strap coming over the top of your head gives it a lot more, I don't know, just feels better. Yeah, I try and get the best gear I can as well. Just like Because I bought these torches on Amazon. They looked like a pretty good deal, right? It was like 3 torches for like maybe 10 or 12 quid. And I thought it was a good deal. I was like, oh, well, I've got a spare torch, cheap torch, which I could just give to someone. You know, just stick a rich, cheap 18650 battery in it. And if I have to give somebody a torch, then I just give them a cheap one, which I don't mind if it gets lost or broken. Anyways, these 3 torches arrived, and basically only 2 of them worked because they turned out to be just cheap crap from China, basically. That was the last time I bought that sort of thing. So I decided I'm not going to get anything cheap ever again. And I'll just keep a hold of my torches. I'm not going to lend them out. Although one of them does still work. I still have one of them. One of them works. Solar charger. Not me, no. I haven't got one. Yeah, through night are awesome. I found my TI3. I thought I'd lost it, but I actually found it. It was tucked away in I think it was tucked away in a suitcase. Oh no, it wasn't. It was in my IFAC. I put it in my IFAC and I forgot that I put it in there. But I was gutted because it's such a good torch. But I actually found it. So I was really pleased about that. Yeah, through night are really good, like really, really good quality torches. All my torches are through night, except for a couple of shoot, can't remember the name of them. Phoenix. Yeah, I've got a couple of Phoenix torches. But apart from 2 Phoenixes, all my torches are through night. Oh no, the Go Zero is really good. It's just I need a bigger panel because the 7-watt panel isn't good enough anymore for what I need. Especially like when you're heading into winter, it just doesn't pull in the. It just doesn't give you the amount of energy that you need. But I don't think I'll get a Go Zero one again just because they're just a lot more expensive than alternatives. So I'm gonna try and get at least a 20-watt panel. Maybe like 27. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try and get like a 27-watt panel next, and I'll see how that goes. Because I've got like battery banks, but it basically takes forever using the 7-watt panel. It just doesn't cut it. You're basically talking like 2-3 days to charge a solar to charge a power bank. Sorry. So I need something with a lot more oomph, which can charge it faster. Yeah, at least 21 watt. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try next as a minimum. I think there was a really good one I saw for like it was a 27 watt, and it was really reasonably priced as well. It was on Amazon somewhere. Can't remember the brand. I think it was a brand that Prepper Veteran pointed out to me. Yeah, I mean the Goal Zero one, it is decent, like considering the wattage. It just doesn't. It just doesn't because I never used to have battery banks, and then I got some battery banks, and the solar panel just doesn't cut it. It just doesn't charge it for quick enough. Yeah, yeah, the output. Yeah, Anchor. I think it might have been Anchor, that one actually. It might have been Anchor, the one that I was looking at. It was something like that. Something like Anchor or something very similar. Yeah, I think it was Anchor. I think I'm gonna give those a try as my next panel. Yeah, I'm basically my next solar panel because I just know more um, from my own research and from other people's suggestions. I'm basically my next panel. I'm gonna check all the output, and I'll probably get a little device which I can plug in and measure the output as well, just so I can see what I'm getting from the environment that I'm using it in. What I'd like to do is get to the point where I can charge all of my things like my mobile phone, tablet, and recharge all of my batteries entirely from a solar setup, just in my property. That would be ideal. And then obviously I would use a smaller, more portable setup if I had to bug out. I think the ideal situation would be, though, to not rely on any sort of electricity in your preps, to be honest. Because electricity is quite a new thing, really, in humanity's history. So, and we were perfectly fine before it. So I'd much rather not have, it can be useful, but that was the check your preps video. I think you got to press the bell. You know, when you watch people's YouTube videos and they say, "Oh, subscribe and make sure you press the bell." I think you got to press the bell to be notified, or else it doesn't tell you. It's YouTube. I mean, people say that they press the bell and then it doesn't notify them. And there's still the bug where if somebody uploads a video to their channel, it unsubs people from their channel. Stupid, man. Alright, Prepper Vet. Catch you later. Yeah, I would like to daisy chain some panels. I've been trying to find a panel which is cheap, but which can be daisy chained, because that would be a really good option. I honestly don't mind if people type in capital letters, because capital letters is traditionally how English was written. So it's I don't see the big deal about capital letters. It's of no consequence. See you, Prepper Vet. Have a good one. Oh, the other one I was looking at was Big Blue. These ones seem to be decent. They get good reviews. That was the other brand I was looking at. Right, guys. Well, I'll probably end the stream for tonight, but I'm definitely going to do this more option because it's been some great conversation today and earlier. Relax. Right, I'll look that one up too. It's flexible. Alright, cool. I'll probably see you guys like probably Thursday, another weekend. I might do a live chat. Cheers, guys. Be safe and prepared.